now, I'm thinking I might have a bad alternator. It's got like 2000 RPM, it's still not 14 volts, you know? It's quite low. Well, it seems like my inkling was right. During driving today, that battery light just came on. So I've got about 100 kilometers to Aberdeen. Hopefully I can get a new alternator there. Let's go! I had 25% when I started this journey. I've got about 10 kilometers left. 15%. Let's go! I still need to actually get somewhere and stay the night and then get an alternator with this 15%. So, big eat, let's go, let's go, let's go! That's how much power it takes to run a van, by the way, just in case you're interested. About 220 watts, because this is only half. About 20 amps. I've got my heads up display there. Let me know what the battery voltage is, because this doesn't tell you what the battery voltage is. Why would you ever need to know the battery voltage? Alright, well this is me pulled up with the Premier in. Got 13% left. Used a little over 10% battery driving the van 100 kilometers. Now I dare say the van batteries in the front would have helped, but yeah, this was definitely depleting. Definitely depleting. Powering the van's journey. Alright, let's get this bonnet open. Actually, I'm in that room there, which is either that one or that one. I think it's that one there, which is like perfect for sitting looking at the van. Making sure anyone tries out. This is the fun bit for one-handed. So, alternator, this bad lad. You are allegedly what is broken. It looks like a nice easy replacement, you know, just a quick loosening of the belt, take a bit of plastic off. A couple of bolts that I'm sure are easy to get to just next to the turbo there. Why aye, piece of piss that one. Yeah, I'm sure that's going to be a fun job. So I think that's all the information I'm going to be able to get off the alternator. I'll try and get the same one, if not, it isn't the end of the world. I was wondering what's the crack with the fucking oil here. Is that cracked? That's cracked, isn't it? That there. Yeah. That's definitely a crack, like. So this is cracked. What's this, the air? That's the air intake, so that'll just be a breather, I'd imagine. It's just pissing a bit of oil about. Not the end of the world. While I'm here, check the actual oil. Look at this back of tube. And take it out. Let's see how much oil's in there. Oh aye. It's a half decent amount, that. That's a half decent amount. Look at that, I've actually been grafting. Fun and games, fun and games. Look at all these birds. You'd sort to see them all flying around. There's heaps of them. You know, I was just thinking a couple of days ago, I might end up doing this whole trip and not actually having a proper shower, because everything's been alright. I haven't had to stay at a farm. I've just washed in various streams and boiling water and just having, honestly, mostly that. I'll just nick some water from a stream, boil it up, and throw it over myself a few times. But here I am, a proper shower. Who would have thought it, eh? You can't have a trip without something going wrong now, can you? It wouldn't be a trip without something going wrong mechanically. Actually, the last trip and leave Scotland because my heater broke. I think a week later, when I was back in Newcastle, I noticed the power steering fluid. You know, it was really hard to steer, and I could hear every time I turned the wheel, I could hear a grinding noise, and there was a power steering leak. And then I got the brakes checked. All 4 brakes, brake rotors were done, needed to be replaced. So there was actually quite a bit of work needing to be done to the van. There was also a brake line that was corroding and hadn't leaked, or was very, very mildly leaking, but you know, that was a front brake line as well that was corroding. The sump was corroded to all hell and was basically about to rust through. So yeah, a couple of more weeks on the road, I think I would have found myself in a very serious mechanical situation up here in Scotland. So it worked out well that the heater broke. Hopefully it's just not later this time, and that's that. Other than the 3 or 4 issues that I already know about. Like I say, up until a couple of days ago I had that, you know, brake pads worn, replace your brake pads message. That's been over a month now. You know, I had the fuel filter blocked message and saying that needed to be replaced. I haven't replaced that. That went away after a week or so. And then throughout, you know, just randomly driving, my traction control and ABS would, you know, come on saying not available and things like that. So, you know, they haven't happened for the past couple of days, and I reckon it's just because the alternator's been dying. I can't even ping those sensors, never mind tell me there's something wrong. Hey. So I'll just be happy for it to last, you know, get the alternator in, get us back to the tune. I've already got some work ready to get the diesel filter sorted, and then we'll get the rest of the problem sorted when I'm back there. I'll tell you what, it is quite nice not to have to worry about trying to rinse your shampoo and conditioner with, you know, about half a litre of water. You can get all of your shampoo and conditioner everywhere. With absolute ease. Absolute ease. What a wonderful shower. I tell you what, I figured since I'm going to be staying here for a couple of days, I may as well get some Hogwarts Legacy on the gun. You best believe, in between fixing that alternator, I'm going to be absolutely bashing some Hogwarts Legacy. Whilst, of course, keeping an eye on the van there, you know, making sure everything's sweet. What I've tried is using this to charge those batteries, and then I was going to charge this in the hotel, and then, you know, constantly bring it in and out and try and charge these batteries as much as possible. However, this won't do it. It won't engage the charging. And another thing, I've just switched the dash cam off because I realised I left it on. that's where that 3% went overnight. So hopefully I still have 10% when I'm done here at the hotel. Yeah, hopefully I've still got that battery left, because it's not looking very likely that I'm going to get a spare alternator. So I may have to walk it to Aberdeen to get an adapter for camping plugs to UK mains, because I don't have one of those adapters. I know, okay? I know. I'm well aware. I know. But I don't have one. So I'm going to try and grab one of those and then campsite my way back to Newcastle. Oh. So I got 100 kilometers on 10% battery yesterday. I'm not counting on getting another 100 kilometers out of 10% of battery. And I'm not really counting on doing that with the last 10% of battery. So I'm going to hunt for a campsite around Aberdeen where I can plug in. If I can't sweet talk the staff here at the hotel, let me park on the gravel right outside the window so I can plug in. I am going to try that, by the way. I fucking am. It's going to be a fun one. And it might be the second Scotland trip cut short by mechanical issues. Last year it was the heater. This year it's the alternator. I'll talk more about the electrical system, why I believe the alternators failed, and all of that stuff in a later time, later video, whatever. Because it is expected, and again, I should have had a spare alternator with me. A spare one of these alternators as well, because this puts out significantly more amperage than the stock Ford Transit one does. Oh, right, update. I don't have the tools to replace the alternator. I've just been to the garage. They can't fit me in until 2 weeks' time. I've just sweet talked the receptionist into letting me park the van on the gravel there right outside the room, because I couldn't run a cable to the van here because it's, you know, health and safety, trip hazard and all that stuff. So I'm going to park the van there. I said I can do it so I'm not blocking any windows, because I'm not. This is my room. I'll put the front window there. I'll run a cable out. The back of my van will just be blocking the stairwell there. Alright, well, let's hope it starts, eh? Let's hope it starts. Let's hope it's got enough juice to start, and then I'll just have to charge this bitch. See how far I can get. The current state of the van, I've got the chair pushed all the way forward because I had the driver's side door open yesterday, checking the voltages on both the batteries. There's one there and there's one just, you know, under the seat. So let's get in. Oh, let's put you there and let's get in. I think I can put a foot down here, one foot in. Almost fell. what fell. Tripod was on a mesh. Right, let's get the curtain down. Let's get the seat back. Oh, let's climb in. Oh. That's me in, right. Here's the fun / nerve-wracking part. I'm gonna have to switch. Let me show you. Big fingers crossed the van starts. Alright, it's on. The van's on. Let's drive it. Here we go, mounting the path, driving on the curb. Let's get the van parked up, make sure I don't hit that light. Let's get the light, let's get the window right to here. Window to window action. Here we are. Let's get the window down. That'll do. Switch the van off. Handbrakes on. And I'm not blocking anyone's window. Hello, Migley's room. Oh my god, this is fucking weird. I never have a normal life. Ever since I was a child, teachers would always say, no one's ever asked that before. I don't usually do that. Even jobs, I've had those same things said to me. I've had nobody ask for that before. Nobody said that before. But here we are. I like to live my life by the old Geordie idiom. Shy Ben's getting out. Oh bloody hell. Look at it. Let's try and squeeze back out of here. Oh, that was a squeeze of that. Right. Let's check out the parking job. Sweet job. Definitely not blocking their window. I didn't crash into that light. I've got nice access from my window. I'm not blocking their view unless they want to look straight down. And then they can just tell me how clean the top of my van isn't. Right. Let's get the cable ran. Oh, this is so much stress relief right now. I have 9% in the van there. I'll show you when I go back in to charge it. I have 9% battery in the van. I don't know how far that's going to get me. 10% got me 100 kilometers, but the last 9% in the battery, what's it going to get me? Right, I'm going to get this van plugged in and stop worrying about having 9% battery. I'm just flattening out the gravel. Some fucking arsehole drove his big heavy van here. Alright, so you got a wire plugged in. Guns out the window. And at the moment it just goes to the floor, but it will go in there very shortly. Right, let's get this power from the room into the van. You gun in there. There we go. There's not much wiggle room, but I'll take every bit I can. So from here, I need to fish out, I think it's this one. I keep it handy. Yep, this is the one I need to fish out, because this one, once I get it out of here, oh yeah, look, 9%, and the BMS on this one's basically dead. It probably says 99% if I can get focus on the light, but anyway. Yeah, there's really not much left in that battery. The moment of truth. Oh, look at that. It's flashing. That means it's charging. It's going to take 32 hours to fully charge, but that's fine. Charging at a rate of about 6 amps, about 70 watts. Actually, if you double that, because there's two batteries, it'll be 12 amps and 120 watt charging. and that's coming from the inverter there. What it's doing now is it's passing through power. So you see how the inverter's off, but the charger's on, and it's just passing through power to the outlet, which is why all the lamps and everything turned on. Now I need to jump in the front, wind that up a little bit. I've put a bit of rag there, or old pillowcase, so if water does come down the wire, it'll soak up into there and then in the chair rather than going down into that. It opens up options where I can go to get it fixed, where I can go to stop next. Just gives me options, and you gotta love options, don't you? Lock those bad lad. You just keep charging there, matey. You keep charging. In from the inside, I've got the towel there to soak up any water that may come down. And then, well, I've also got the curtain here as well to do that same job, but I think I'll pull this curtain back a bit. That's it all in. Charging. Well, like I say, it just gives us more options of where I can go next. I've been thinking like an Airbnb, see if you can get one of those relatively cheap for a couple of days and stay there, because then I don't have to worry about policies and health and safety and, you know, how comfortable a worker is in their role, and, you know, saying yes to unusual requests like this. Thankfully, you know, everyone I've met here at the reception's been fantastic, but it's a massive weight lifted, because when you 9% battery with all that driving to do. I think it's like 300 and something, 400 kilometres back to Newcastle. But anyway, I'm going to stop blathering. I've got some Hogwarts Legacy display. I think I was about 5 hours in before I went to my first class. Just as soon as I got free rein of the castle, I was off on one. I was all over Hogwarts in the grounds. Oh, I think I'm level like 16, 17. I've only done like 4 classes or something. I think I've just learned Expelliarmus. Anyway, I'm keen to play some games. I'll be seeing you later. I just realised I'm going to be gaming. That's already pulling a half decent amperage from this one socket. So what I'm going to do is unplug the laptop from here. Plug the laptop in there. Also, I do love these little disconnects on the controllers. I'm not going to mention the brand of the controller because I don't like. I don't think they're worth it anymore. After I bought this controller, I decided that they weren't worth it anymore. But I believe they're the only brand that use these connectors on their controllers. So figure it out if you want.
By the way, the mic's off.
Yes, it is off, and I wish you wouldn't tell me that every time you powered up. Quick update: I moved the towel from there over to here, just so it's not soaking up the any water that does come in on that, because that was the first point of fabric contact. Slurping on energy drinks. I'm burpy. I'm a burpy boy. Look at that umbilical cord feeding the van with all its precious little 12 volt nutrients. Actually, it's being fed with 230 volt nutrients at the moment, and then oozed down to 12 volts for the batteries. Toodles.